Hey there everybody, welcome to today's trend, your daily dose of what's moving and shaking in the stock market. Listen, we all know the market's a beast, right? Up, down, sideways, sometimes it feels like it's got a mind of its own. But fear not, because we're here to break it all down, give you the insights you need to make smart, informed decisions. In today's video, we're diving headfirst into the 5 things you absolutely gotta know before that opening bell rings. We're talking Fed moves, earnings surprises, global happenings, the whole 9 yards. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for a wild ride because we're about to make you a market master, one video at a time. Alright folks, first up, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Federal Reserve. These guys are like the referees of the market, setting interest rates and calling the shots on monetary policy. Now, lately they've been on a roll with these rate hikes, trying to tame inflation like a bucking bronco. And let me tell you, it's been a wild ride. Higher rates mean higher borrowing costs for companies, which can put a damper on their profits. But, and this is a big but, it also makes bonds more attractive, which can pull money out of stocks. It's a real tug of war out there. So, what's the bottom line? Keep a close eye on what the Fed's saying, because even a whisper from them can send shockwaves through the market. Remember, knowledge is power, and we want you armed and ready. Now let's zoom in on those big, bad stock indices, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. These guys are like the barometers of the market, giving us a read on the overall health of the economy. And lately, they've been on a roller coaster ride, folks. Up one day, down the next. It's enough to make your head spin. But don't panic, that's just how the market works. It's all about finding the trends, the patterns, the signals that tell us where things are headed. So, what's the key takeaway here? Don't get caught up in the day-to-day noise. Focus on the long game, look for those companies with strong fundamentals, and you'll weather any storm. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Alright, now it's time to talk about those quarterly earnings reports, the lifeblood of the stock market. This is where companies open up their books, show us their cards, and tell us how much money they're making or losing. And let me tell you, sometimes it's a real nail-biter. You've got companies knocking it out of the park, beating expectations and sending their stock prices soaring. But then you've got those that fall short, missing the mark and taking a nosedive. So, what's the lesson here? Do your homework. Dig into those earnings reports, see what analysts are saying, and make sure you're invested in companies with a proven track record of success. Remember, you're buying a piece of a business, not just a stock certificate. Now let's broaden our horizons and talk about the global economy, because what happens in China, Europe, or anywhere else in the world can have a ripple effect on our markets here at home. And let me tell you, it's a global jungle out there. You've got trade wars, political instability, currency fluctuations. It's enough to make your head spin. But don't worry, we're here to help you navigate the chaos. So, what's the big takeaway here? Diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different countries, different sectors, different asset classes. Remember, a well-diversified portfolio is your best defense against global uncertainty. Finally, let's talk about those emerging markets, the up-and-comers, the rising stars, the places where the growth potential is off the charts. We're talking about countries like India, Brazil, and Indonesia, places with young populations, booming economies, and a hunger for success. Now, I know what you're thinking, emerging markets can be risky, and you're right, they can be volatile. But with risk comes reward, and the potential returns in these markets are simply too good to ignore. So, what's the bottom line? Don't be afraid to dip your toes into the emerging market waters. Do your research, find those companies that are well-positioned for growth, and watch your portfolio take off. Remember, fortune favors the bold. There you have it, folks. The 5 things you absolutely need to know before the stock market opens. Listen, I know it's a lot to take in, but trust me, the more you learn, the more confident you'll become as an investor. Remember, knowledge is power. So keep watching today's trend, hit that subscribe button, and join us next time for more market-moving insights. Until then, stay informed, stay ahead, and keep those portfolios booming.